guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Campus Quest, and today we'll be talking about balancing school with having a full-time job. And today I have a very special friend with me, as you can see,
Hey,
Oriolua.
hi guys.
So Oriolua is a student, a Nigerian student, and she also works in a Nigerian company full-time. And I don't know how she does it, but she's here to tell us how she does it. So um, let's get right into the video.
Hi guys. Thanks so much, Grace, for joining us to be here. I feel so honored. I feel so excited to be in this place. My name is Oral Wande, and I work with the product team in a leading B2B fintech in Nigeria. I think that I am also a full-time student at the University of Lagos, currently studying history and strategic studies. I'm my third year, into my fourth year, my final year.
Oh, that's nice. So the next question, or the reason why we are in this video, is how do you now balance all these things? How do you balance being a student, a full-time student, and a full-time worker or an employee in a company?
So first thing first is I would never take the grace of God for granted. And this is because most times I remember when we were talking about it last week that how do you do all of these things? Sometimes if I think about it, I can't really place it true because the strength on some days I don't know where it comes from. Going to classes, attending meetings, and doing a lot of things at the same time. So first I'll say God is really helping me, and which I'm so grateful for. And secondly, I sort of plan my day, plan my week ahead. So most times I know when I have classes, I block them like, oh, this is the time for class, this is the time to work. And on some days I work extra hours because I need to get the job like done. And sometimes I even work weekends. So weekends I just collect all my reports and do everything that would stress me out on Monday morning. Just do everything on Sunday, on Saturday, and eventually I also think that just understanding how my day would go is something that really helped me so far. So I think if you ask me where would you be 11:40 on Monday, I know where I would be. You'll not just catch me living the day just as it comes. I don't miss classes just on rare occasions, and it is just very important that you are aware, you're self-aware of the things you need to do. You know the things that you want to do. So properly just helps you do things better. Clarify your things, like clarify your day-to-day activities and plans.
Yeah, so I would say that are there times that school suffer at the expense of your job, or your job suffers at the expense of school?
So finding the balance is a myth. Something I tell people, it's not. So on some days, that's in my school, work is really suffering, because sometimes I try to just do the things of top priority at the right time. You know that there are some days that school is actually top priority on this day, and then there are some days that work is top priority on this day. But most times I just try to just find a balance, which necessarily I do not really find almost every time. But so school no dey suffer, work no dey suffer. But some days it does.
So I'll also ask that same question, but for your social life now.
My social life.
Do you have a social life?
Yes, now she knows to see meaning. That's
We are outside.
right. So I think for me, it's just also for social life.
Yeah.
Understanding times and season, and this is because I know that there is time to be outside, and then there's also a time to be by inside. So most times I clearly understand. I clearly understand that this phase, it is school. We're not going anywhere. We're not going partying. We're not doing anything. So sorry, I say partying. It's just in with some of my friends. And then this phase is just to read books, like attend tutorials and do all of that. In a month, you're done. You can go back to going out. You can go back to visiting the restaurant. You can go back to do everything you want to do. But you're just understanding that there is time for everything. But I try to have fun with anything that's like see at work or school. I just try to have fun.
Alright. So are there challenges that you face, in school being a student, or at work being a student, or at school being a full-time employee? Are there challenges that you face?
So I think I really say I am blessed with one of the best managers you can ever think of. And this is because she's very understanding. So most times, maybe when we're supposed to have a meeting for 12, and like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm going to join this call by 12. So I think that's fine. We move the call. So most times, what it just does to me is maybe, oh, I probably should have finished all my meetings by 3 p.m. But because I needed to attend to maybe schoolwork and would end the meeting by 5, and the likes. To be honest, it is, I don't really say there are challenges, but yeah, it's just that you have to do things extra time. Do you understand? You have to do things over time. And
Oh, okay, I think that makes sense. So over time, are there like structures that you put in place, like specific structures that you put in place that make sure that helps you to make sure that you don't forget meetings, you don't forget. So for example, I was looking at someone's calendar and I was saying me time in the sense that they get to do work or they get to be productive. Nobody fits into that time. Are there things that you structures that you specifically put in place so that you don't forget meetings, you you're balancing school, like there's a balance.
so yes, I would say that at my workplace, Google Calendar has actually been very helpful. So if you want to book a meeting with someone, you probably have to check your calendar. So for me, my first tool to organize things is my Google Calendar. So in the morning, busy, please reach out first. It's not pride, but I just need to confirm that if I'm available for this time. And then there are just some times where I just say, oh, this is when I am having this call, this, block it. Next 30 minutes, I might not be available. Busy, please reach out first. So I think it's just how I really organize my time. Like it doesn't really clash with times where I'm in classes.
Okay.
And also, every Friday, I write my to-do list for the following week. So I sit down, I block a time to write my to-do list for the following week. I with 26 to-do list for work, with 26 personal to-do list. So there is a different to-do list for work, there's a different to-do list for
Okay.
personal life. So my to-do list for work, for instance, it entails reports that I need to write, documentations I need to work on, and the cross-functional teams that I am currently working with, I need to reach out to, things that I need to talk to my manager about. And then for my personal to-do list, this involves my prayer time, friends I need to reach out to, friends that I'm holding accountable, my laundry time, when I need to do laundry, when I need to cook, and the like. So most times, for instance, if I'm to cook on my to-do list, if it says, oh, make stew and soup on Monday, you won't catch me make stew and soup on Tuesday. You won't catch me make stew and soup on Wednesday. So it is Monday because I look at it, make my hair on Thursday. I go back on my Google calendar, block out how many hours I need to make my hair day. If I'm going to visit a friend, I write it, I block out the time on my Google calendar. If I'm meeting with someone, if I have one-on-ones with people, like when people reach out, let's have one-on-ones, I block it out on my calendar. And if it's not convenient, I also think something that's really been helping me is learning to say no. It's something that people don't understand. I get burnt out easily, so I also try to protect my energy. I I I give a lot of energy, like, oh yes, you know me, I'm very bubbly.
Yeah.
So I'm also very careful that it doesn't dwindle easily. So
Mm.
most times people reach out, "Oh, I need you to please train this. And I'm like, oh, in as much as I would like to do this, but I can't take this up right now. And if you ask me, when should we move this thing to? Google Calendar, what do we have for June? I look at it, one day that is free. I'm not sure how to use that one day that is free to
Oh,
train someone.
yeah.
I look at July, I tell you, it might be in the next 2 months, it might be in the next 3 months. I remember someone reached out that, oh, she would like us to have a conversation about something. And I looked at my calendar. I only had one free day. And I just said, oh, you know what? Can we do it in the next 3 weeks? So you can't catch me talking to that person about that thing we want to discuss a week before or 2 weeks after.
Oh, that makes
You need
sense.
to respect my time. If you cannot respect my time, you can't be in my space.
Well, I think that's a lot, and not just for people that are in school, but
Yeah.
also like anyone, myself, be
Exactly.
able to say no and
It's not all speaking engagement you say yes to. It's not all. I understand that most times, to be honest, like I was telling your friend, that we want that visibility. We want to be out there. We want people to know you. Yes, you have been awarded this. There's grace to run and there's sense to rest.
Yeah.
Temi would always say it. As you're trying to do everything, as trying to impact people's life, understand that if you don't have so much, if you don't have enough in you again, you can't give as much as you want to. And one thing, core thing is excellence. Like, what are you known for? What are you trying to do with people? So excellence. I will tell you, if you reach out to me and say, oh, you know what, I think we want you to do this. And be like, "Ah, right now I can't because I have exams that I'm preparing for. My mini project is happening. A lot of people say, yes, I can juggle 5 jobs at the same time. That's not me. I don't want to know. See, I want to wake up every morning excited about what I do, not trying to think, oh, I want to still have a life in as much as I am
Yeah.
working and schooling. I have that 7 hours of sleep every day.
Really?
I used to think I used to sleep. But I
Yeah.
sleep. Yes.
Oh,
I think at least 5 hours actually. 7 hours sleep. Yeah, 5 hours.
that makes sense. So is this something you'd advise someone in school to do? Someone that is going to school.
To work at
To
home.
raise Nigerian students. Is this to work at school?
To be honest, I was telling someone that if I was a trust fund kid, I won't be working, I kid you not. Because working and schooling is very, very tough, especially in a Nigerian university, where most lecturers don't respect your time. You're telling me you have a class for 12 p.m., 12:30, I'm not seeing you in class.
Yeah.
No message. Well, I think one thing
Just
I'm grateful
cancel.
for is some lecturers in my class would apologize. I remember a lecturer came in, she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I had a meeting." But yeah, there's some lecturers who just cancel. I'm sitting in class sitting for 1 hour. And you're not saying anything, and they just say, "I can't attend your class." Do you know what I would have done in that 1 hour? Do you know how much I would have made? So most times it's very unpredictable. You can just be sleeping on your bed and one lecturer says, "Yes, I am taking attendance for this course." It would count you one by one. But a lecturer says, "I want to mark notes," and you're running from your hostel. So your
With
faculty.
the mark notes?
Yes, the mark notes in my department. Yes. I remember there was a time, in fact, I get drunk. The lecturer was like, "I even should write though." After the class, collected everybody's notes. This woman literally marked about 100
That
or
sounds
something.
really strange.
You know,
So you're saying that not everyone, just know what you are doing.
Yeah, to be honest, understand the reason why, clearly define your why. Why do I want to work? Me, I knew I wanted to work because man, fear of poverty used to chase me. I was poor, my taste is very expensive. I knew I needed to work, and just like some other background story, you need to be honest, why am I working? I like people to talk to me anyhow. So that's why. And also because I feel like if you also want to work and school aside from the old experience, and let's say you gain so much experience, but aside from the old experience, understand your why. If not, you just see yourself running from year to year to year to year. So for me, I understand why the times and seasons in my life that you know what, this is the career path we're going through right now, and this is the other career path that we're going 5 years ago. If you ask me what my 10-year career goal, I have a little notion. I'll tell you.
Oh, you use Notion
Yes,
too.
I
I
use
know
Notion.
I use Notion too.
Yeah.
I really love Notion. I mean, it's a big.
Yes,
My
it's
life.
very good.
Yeah, it really helped my life. I mean, I'm more organized and I put thoughts, random thoughts.
I think I use Notion for those aside from work. I use it for documentation, but yeah, normal personal life. I just use it to write my goals, so I can track, break them into tables, and all of that.
That makes sense.
So advantages of being a student that works right is that there's just this feeling when you have your money. I kid you not. When you have your money, you can easily do things without depending on people. I like independent people. I really like that. You can run small bills without necessarily calling your mom, calling your guardians. Like, oh yes, you can print this and that without calling them at all. And also, it gives you a sense of responsibility. And I'll say a sense of responsibility because when you pay for your laundry, when you pay for when you buy your water with your money, you know that you can't drink out water and just put it somewhere and let it waste.
You have more value.
Exactly, you have more value for money when you know that you're buying your toothpaste yourself, you're buying your milk yourself, you're buying your cornflakes yourself, you're buying everything with your money. You know that there is a time to when this thing will finish.
Yeah.
I can't take more than 2 sachets of milk per cereal. Like, if the cereal like let it be sweet, let me not be sweet. But there is a rule to it.
Yeah.
So just give you a sense of responsibility. You're more responsible for your actions. One thing is they say this thing in Europe that when you turn that go like person that's have died, not that much they buy the goats that they used to bury. And that's because when you don't pay for things, when you don't choose your money to buy things, when things just fall on your laps, like to call it a cellular child is already here. But even a cellular children, they also work for their money. So it just gives you a sense of responsibility. It also makes you more aware, more conscious. And you also have to plan. Like sometimes when you get to a point where you feel like the salary cannot do so much, you already jumped in another interviews. Man, I need to increase my earning power. Without be sitting with this peanut anymore. So it just really helps, and it also helps you to fund your goals. I'll say because most times when
Fund your
yes, it
goals,
also helps you to fund your goals. I know that there are some goals that really require you to make so much money. My mentor was telling me yesterday that big goals, big dreams, they require big money. So for instance, if you're an undergraduate, so probably have a summer internship opportunity and you're earning in dollars or you're earning in pounds, you're thinking of doing your masters. What if I get just 50% scholarship? You know how much it costs to do masters abroad? you're saving towards it already. You know that, oh, I want to take this course from Oracle, I want to take this course from Product Dive, I want to take this course from Product School, I want to buy this Coursera course. You're saving towards your goals, and it gives you, it also makes you, that's the advantage, to be honest.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So if you're out there and you're thinking of, you know, getting a job while you're in school, so as much as it is not easy, the first thing to do is to know your why. Why do you want to get a job?
Yeah.
I mean, you already have like advantages listed. That's of you working. But so I would,
So I also think that another way is a lot of questions that people ask me is, yes, I understand I'm supposed to take courses, I'm supposed to learn this thing. After learning, how do I learn the role? That question. It is first my take on it is people, okay, so the issue I have a lot of people these days is that people are not ready to put in so much effort to learning. Like sometimes we're not just like show what kids. So people are not ready to put in so much effort to learn. Like want to be a back end engineer and in 1 month you're looking to learn internship opportunity. It's not possible. See, dip yourself into learning. When they say, oh, you know what, we need a junior backend engineer, even if you've not done internship, the personal projects you've been will speak for you. I remember most of my interviews, the recruiters or the HRs have never had the opportunity to ask me if I am in school. And this is because I am coming to tell you that I can get this thing done. And at the end, you don't even have to ask me, what did you study? Oh, are you in school? So position yourself for the right opportunity. Learn deeply, learn from the right people, learn from the right channels. Put yourself out there. Dust your LinkedIn profile. Apply to opportunities on LinkedIn. You get a lot of no's. See, if you ask some of my friends, there was one day I got a rejection. I was crying. I was wailing. I was not crying. I didn't have a job for about 8 months, and I think that was the longest period I stayed without having a job. And I just knew that I know was I'll just keep applying.
Yeah.
As I was wailing, I was applying to jobs. Like it was crazy.
I think rejection is part of the application.
You would get rejections like a lot. It's just 1 year that I need.
Yeah.
1 yes. 99 no's and 1 yes.
Yeah.
I was wailing. I was trying. I can't forget that it was a Sunday. I called my friend and I was like, "Right, I got the rejection mail," and I was wailing. I said, "I'm sorry, no, you can't give up. You will get this thing." And I was like, I went on LinkedIn again. I started applying to jobs. Follow the right people to that. The opportunities everywhere. Just position yourself for it. The opportunities on Instagram, the opportunities on LinkedIn, the opportunities on Twitter, the opportunities everywhere. Put yourself out there. Let people know what you're doing. When you make a post, let it align with whatever it is you say you're doing.
Yeah.
So,
thank you. I think let
join
people know what you're
communities
doing.
also.
I got my first job because my friend recommended me. I was in 500 level. Got my first job because my friend recommended me to one of his friends. They were like, "Oh yeah, she can do your design for you." And
Yes, friends is an astute designer.
yeah.
Designer man.
So yeah, let's let people know what you're doing. I think that's a very big deal because the difference between the distance between where you are and where you want to be is probably just 1%.
Exactly.
The intermediary. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me in today's video, alright. And till we are back in another video. Thank you so much,
guys. Please let us know how this video is. If it was helpful. If it was not, don't dislike Sha, but
you can
let
comment,
us know,
drop the
don't
comments.
dislike.
Yeah.
So and also please share it if you find it very helpful.
Yeah.
And if there's something that I feel I should have talked about, so I didn't talk about, please drop it in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Thank you guys.
Subscribe button. Thank you and see you in the next video. Bye.